All right, welcome bowling fans. We got another high school action for you coming from Toledo, Ohio at Bowlero Lanes. We've got the Wildcats of Napoleon against the Panthers of Whitmer. This is an NLL Conference match. It will consist, as usual, of 2 individual games followed by 3 bakers, and total pinfall will win the match. We've got the girls down here on lanes 3 through 6, and the boys up here on lanes 7 through 9, or 7 through 10. We'll get started with the boys' action first. I guess none of the boys won a bowl yet. So we'll switch over to the girls. Brenna Massey just had a strike on lane number 6. Nice pickup there by Macy on lane number 4, I believe it was. Alexa Miller up now, lane number 6. Comes in just a little light, picks up 9, leaves a 2-pin. Kendall Horner now, lane number 4, and 9 count for her, leaving the 7-pin. Whitmer with a strike down on lane number 3. Alexa now, spare attempt, picks it up. Kendall, spare attempt, she's got it. Spare attempt now from Whitmer on lane number 5. And she chops, picks up 1 out of 2. 9 count for Whitmer on lane 6, leaving a 3-pin. Airy with a strike on lane number 4. Macy up now, lane number 3, and looks like 9 for her, leaving a 7-pin. Spare attempt from Whitmer on lane number 6, goes a little bit right. 9 count for Whitmer on lane 4, looks like the 5-pin. Macy now, spare attempt on lane 3, picks it up. Whitmer picks up 8 on lane 6, leaving the 1-3. Brenna up now, lane number 5. Kendall down on lane 3. Nice ball from Brenna there, but picks up 9, leaves a 7-pin. 9 also for Kendall, leaves the 3-pin down on lane 3. Nine count for Whitmer on lane number 4. All right, Macy up now. Lane number 4. And a 9 count for Macy, leaves the 7-pin. Ariana Kieselin with the 7-10 down on lane number 3. And she won't pick up either one, so an 8 count for her. If I can get a thumbs up or a shout out in chat, let me know you guys can hear me. I appreciate it. Macy now, spare attempt, misses inside. Brenna now, lane number 6. Nice ball from Brenna, strike for her. All right, thank you. Kendall with 9, looks like a 6-pin left. Whitmer misses their spare opportunity on lane 3, picks up 1 out of 3, so an 8 count for them. Alexa picks up 8 on her first ball on lane 6, leaves 2-7. Whitmer, nice ball for a strike down on lane 3. Alexa spare attempt, chopped, picks up 1. Kendall does pick up her spare on lane number 4. Nine count for Whitmer on lane 5, leaving a 10-pin. Ariana Kiesling up, lane 4. And she picks up 6, leaves the 1, 2, 8, 10. Whitmer does get the strike on lane 6. The 1-pin wobbled, or I shouldn't say 1-pin. One of the pins wobbled. It looked like it was going to stand back up, and it finally fell down on her. Macy left with a washout down on lane number 3, the 1, 2, 4, 10. Ariana Kiesling picks up 3 out of the 4 on lane 4. So a 9 count for her. That's back-to-back opens. Macy now spare attempt, lane 3. And she gets it. Nice pickup by Macy. Whitmer picks up their spare on lane number 5. Whitmer shooting at the 4-7 on lane 6. And she picks it up. Kendall down on lane 3. And a strike for Kendall. So Kendall's clean through the first 4 frames. 3 spares and a strike. Whitmer picks up 7 on lane 4, leaves the 1, 2, 4. Ariana Kiesling up on lane 3, Alexa Miller up on lane 5. And Alexa with a nice ball leaves the 10-pin. 10-pin left also for Ari down on lane 3. Whitmer picks up their spare on lane 4. Ariana Kiesling, spare attempt, picks up the 10-pin. Whitmer picks up their spare on lane 6. 9 count for Whitmer on lane 4, leaving a 2-pin. Alexa now spare attempt, and it holds on for the spare. All right, we'll switch over to the boys match. And that's a strike for Christian on lane number 9. Whitmer, spare attempt, lane 8. Picks it up. Fox Taylor up on lane number 7. Strike for Whitmer a moment ago on lane 9. Fox comes in light, picks up 7. Leaves the 1, 2, 4. Whitmer gets a strike. The 5-pin kicks out late on lane 9. Spare attempt by Whitmer down on lane 10. Picks up a few more, total of 6 for the frame. Fox now, spare attempt, lane 7. Nice pickup by Fox. Isaac Meyer on lane 10 for Napoleon. And Brooklyn for the strike. Whitmer goes way left on that shot on lane 8. Pick up a 5. Split for Whitmer on lane 9. Looks like the 5-10. Andrew with a strike on lane number 7. Christian with 9 down on lane number 10. Hunter up now, lane 7. And a strike for Hunter Ehlers. And Christian won't pick up the spare on lane 10. Fox up now, lane 8. That one goes high, but it carries for the strike. And Isaac splits on lane 9. 2:10 left. Andrew Gallagher up now, lane number 8. And he gets some carry for the strike. That's 5 in a row now for Andrew. And Isaac picks up 1 out of 2 on lane 9. Whitmer picks up their spare on lane 7. And Hunter with 9, leaving a 4-pin. That was on lane number 7. Or I'm sorry, lane number 8. Christian up lane number 9. And he gets 9, leaves a pesky 10-pin. Hunter cleans up his spare. Christian now, spare attempt on lane number 9. Won't hold on. Whitmer picks up their spare in lane 7. Strike for Whitmer down on lane number 10. Whitmer goes Brooklyn for the strike on lane 8. 6 count for Whitmer on lane 9. Leaves the 1-2-7-9. Isaac gets the 10-pin to fall, so he's left with just the 4-7. Much easier spare. Fox leaving the 3, 4, 6, and 7 on lane number 7. Pick up a 6. Whitmer with a strike on lane number 8. Fox now, spare attempt. And he picks up 3 out of the 4 on lane 7. Isaac chops, picks up 1 out of 2 on lane 10. Christian up now, lane number 10. And Messenger passes in front of the 10 pin, so a 9 count for him. Andrew now, lane number 7. Gets a little help. Another strike for Andrew. Whitmer up on lane number 9. That one going way left. Hunter goes high, picks up 8, leaves the 3-6. All right, Fox up on lane number 8. Comes in a little light, ends up leaving the 2-4. Hunter picks up his spare. We'll switch back over to the girls. Macy with a spare attempt on the 3-6-10 on lane 3, picks it up. And Alexa with a strike on lane number 5. That's now 3 in a row for her. Spare there by Whitmer on lane number 6. Kendall, lane number 3, picks up 9, leaves the 2 pin. Spare attempt on the split, the 5-10 on lane 4, picks up 1 by Whitmer. Strike for Whitmer down on lane number 6. All but 1 for the spare attempt on lane 5, so a 9 count for Whitmer. Kendall picks up her spare on lane number 3. Brenna with a strike on lane number 6. Pin comes out of the gutter to take out the 7 pin. Ariana Kiesling up on lane 3. Strike for Ari. Alexa now, lane number 6. That one goes high, it leaves the 4-7. Whitmer picks up their spare on lane number 5. Macy picks up 7 on lane 4, leaves the 1-2-8. Alexa picks up her spare on lane number 6. Whitmer picks up all but 1 on lane number 3. And a 7-10 split for Whitmer on lane number 5. That was unlucky. Nice pickup of the 1-2-8 by Macy on lane 4. We're in the 9th frame of the first individual game. Nice strike there by Whitmer down on lane number 3. Kendall, that one goes high, leaves the 4-7. Whitmer's spare attempt lane 5. She picks up 1 out of the 2, about all she could do. Kendall now, spare attempt lane 4, picks it up. lane number 5. Picks up 9, leaves the 7 pin. Ari now, lane number 4. And she gets 9, leaves the 10 pin. All right, Macy up, 10th frame, comes in light. Leaves the 1, 2, 4, pick up 7. And Brenna misses her spare in the 10th frame and finishes with 171. And Alexa with a strike to start the 10th frame. And Macy only picks up 1 in the 10th, so she finishes with 140. Alexa in second ball, 10th frame, comes in a little light, leaves the washout. Kendall picks up 7, leaves the 4, 7, and 8 on lane number 3. All right, Whitmer's first bowler finished with a 122. All right, Alexa picks up 2 more. So she finishes with a game of 201. Whitmer's third bowler finished with a 113. Kendall opened in the 10th and finished with a 166. Ariana Kiesling starts the 10th frame with a 7-10 split. All right, we're going to switch back to the boys' action. I'll let you know what Ari ends up with. Fox with a spare attempt, lane number 8. Picks up 2 out of the 3. And Ari won't end up with any more, and she'll finish with a 148. Whitmer's fourth bowler finished with a 108. Whitmer's second bowler finished with a 176. That's on the girls' side. All right, Andrew up now, 9th frame. And a 10 pin left in the 9th frame. So that ends his run. He had 8 strikes in a row. All right, Wasion's 5th bowler on the girls' side finished with a 150. So I'll get you the totals here in just a minute. And Andrew did pick up the spare. Isaac Meyer now, lane number 9. Comes in light, picks up 8. And a 9 count for Hunter on lane 8, leaving a 10 pin. Whitmer's third bowler finished a 135. Napoleon's first bowler was 155. Oliver looks like he's in to complete Christian's game. Fox now, lane number 7. Gets 9 more. I'm sorry, gets 9. That's first ball in the 10th. Whitmer gets a strike on lane number 8 with the help of the messenger. Whitmer picks up their spare and finishes with a 118. That's their 4th bowler down on lane 10. And Oliver with a strike there for 142. And Whitmer splits on lane 8, leaving the 4, 6, 7. Andrew starts out the 10th with a strike. So Fox missed his spare. He finishes with a 141. And Whitmer picks up 2 more, so he finishes with a 160. That's their first bowler. Whitmer's 5th bowler finished with a 101. Andrew up now, 2nd ball, 10th frame. That one was going high. And he gets both of the pins to fall for the strike. They leaned to the left, they leaned to the right, and they both fell down. All right, spare for Whitmer. He'll get 1 more on in the 10th on lane 8. Andrew, last ball, 10th frame. Comes in light, picks up 6. And Andrew Gallagher finishes with a 275. Nice game, Andrew. And a strike for the Whitmer bowler. Finishes up with 166. So Hunter Ayler's the only bowler left to complete the first game. Starts out with 9. Leaves a 10 pin on lane 7. Spare attempt from Hunter now. He's got it. 1 more in the 10th. So he's sitting at 204 right now so far, plus this next ball. And he'll pick up 8 on his final ball, so 212 for Hunter. All right, unofficially, I've got Napoleon Boys at 925, Whitmer at 676, and on the girls' side, 826 for Napoleon Girls and 669 for Whitmer. So Napoleon leading the boys by 249 pins, and the girls leading the Whitmer Girls by 157. Again, this is just unofficial scoring at this point. All right, we'll switch back over to the girls who already started the second game. Macy up now. That one goes high, leaves the 3-6, a pickup of 8. Airy with a spare attempt on lane 4. Got it. Brenna wobbles a 7 pin but cannot convince it to go down. Out on lane 6. They say 7.5 degrees is all it takes. Well, that must have been 7.4. All right, spare attempt for Brenna here. And she missed inside. All right, Napoleon Boys 275 for Andrew Gallagher. Hunter Ehlers 212. Fox Taylor 141. 155 for Isaac. And then Oliver and Christian combined for 142, 925. Must have something wrong on Whitmer's scores. So I've got 166, 160, 135, 108, and 101. That still doesn't look right. 160, 166, 135. No, that was 118. Or 118, not 114. And 101. There we go. So it's 925 to 680. Alexis, spare attempt, lane 6, picks it up. All right, on the girls' side, we've got Ariana Kiesling, 148, Kendall Horner, 166, Alexa Miller, 201, 140 for Macy Eicher, and 171 for Brenna Massey for 826. For Whitmer, we've got 150, 108, 113, 122, and 179, or I'm sorry, 176 for a total of 669. So that matches up. Macy now, spare attempt, picks it up on lane 4, converts the 124. Whitmer's two-hander on the girls' side, picks up 9 on lane 3. Looks like a 4-pin left. Brenna picks up her spare on lane number 5. Kendall now, lane number 4. And she can't convince the 7-pin to go down, so a 9 count for her. And Alexa gets all 10 to fall on lane number 5 for the strike. Kendall now, spare attempt, lane number 4. And she's got it. Whitmer picks up 9, leaving a 10-pin on lane 5. Whitmer also got 9 on their first ball on lane 6, left the 5-pin. Her spare upcoming. Ariana Kiesling now, lane number 4. And another 7-10 split for Ari. Whitmer converts their spare on both lanes 5 and 6. Macy now, lane number 3. And she gets all 10 to go down for the strike. Ari picks up 1 out of 2. Whitmer goes a little high, gets 9, leaves just the 10-pin on lane 5. Whitmer leaves a 5-pin on lane 6. 9 count for Kendall down on lane 3, leaving a 5-pin. Spare attempt from Whitmer here, lane number 5, and it won't hold on. Kendall now, spare attempt on lane 3, and she brushes it and knocks it down for the spare. And Whitmer missed their spare attempt on lane 6. Runner up now, lane number 5. And she gets 9, leaves the 8-pin. Ari gets 9, leaves a 10-pin down on lane 3. Nine count for Whitmer on lane number 4. Ari now, spare attempt on lane 3, picks it up. And Whitmer misses their spare attempt on lane 4. All right, switch over to the boys' side here. We've got Hunter up now on lane number 7. And he gets a 7-10 split on lane number 7 after starting out with 2 strikes. Isaac picked up 6 on his first shot, left the washout, 1, 2, 4, and 10. That on lane 9. Whitmer left with the 3-9 down on lane 10. Picks up 1. Hunter doesn't get any additional pin count, so an 8 count for him in the third. Jonathan Peters up on lane number 8. That one goes just a touch high, leaves the 4-7. Whitmer picks up 9 on lane 7. Oliver picks up 8 on lane 9, leaving the 2-8. Nice pickup there by Jonathan, converts the spare. That on lane number 8. Oliver now, spare attempt on lane 9. Picks up 1 out of 2, can't get the sleeper. Oliver started out the second game with a pair of strikes. With an open frame in the third. Isaac with a strike down on lane number 10 for our Napoleon. Andrew gets all 10 back for the strike on lane 8. He started out the second game with 2 strikes and then faced an open in the third, coming in the form of a split. And Hunter ends up leaving the 3-7-10. Oliver picks up a strike just a moment ago down on lane number 10. Whitmer with a strike on both lane 7 and 9. 9 count for Whitmer. Nice pickup by Hunter on lane number 8. converts the 3-7-10. Was able to get the ball between the 3 and the 10 and cut the 3 over into the 7. Whitmer missed their spare attempt down on lane 10, gets 9 on lane 8. Jonathan up now, lane number 7 for Napoleon. Comes in light, leaves the 1-2-8 on lane 7. Whitmer, spare attempt on lane 9, picks up a few more, a total of 6 for the frame. Jonathan now, spare attempt. Nice pickup there. That can be a tricky one. Isaac now up on lane number 9 and a strike for Isaac. That's a double for him. Andrew coming up now on lane 7. And 9 count, leaving a 7 pin. Oliver goes high and pays the price, leaves the 4, 6, 7, 10 split. Oliver trying to pick up 2 here. He picks up 1, so 7 count for him in the 5th frame. Whitmer gets 9, leaves the 6 pin on lane 8. Andrew picks up his spare. Isaac got 7 on his first ball in lane number 10. He'll be coming up for the spare here in just a moment. Whitmer, spare attempt on lane 8. Got it. Hunter now, lane number 7. And he drops all 10 for the strike. And Isaac picks up all but 1 on his spare attempt. He ends up with 9 for the frame. Jonathan up now for the Wildcats on lane 8. Oliver down on lane 10. Oliver gets 9, leaves a 10 pin. 8 count for Jonathan, leaving the 6-10. All right, we'll switch back over to the girls. Whitmer picks up 9 on lane number 3 after the pins are done falling. Macy Eicher gets a spare in the 10th. She'll get 1 more. Lanes 3 and 4 are in the 10th frame. The girls in lanes 5 and 6 are back in the 7th. There's a spare for Whitmer on lane number 3. She'll get 1 more in the 10th. And a 9 count for Macy for her final ball, and she ends up with a 184. or no, I'm sorry, wrong one. She ends up with a 211. Our scores start with the big ends. All right, 211 for Macy. She's bowler number 3. And Kendall starts out the 10th with a strike. Kendall has been on fire. That's 5 in a row. And she's got 8 strikes this game already. Brenna up now, lane number 5. Gets 9, leaves a 7 pin. So Whitmer's second bowler finished with a 192. Their first bowler finished with an 87. Kendall splits, leaving the 4, 7, and 10 on lane 4. Kendall now, spare attempt, and she picks up 1 more. And a nice game of 253 for Kendall. And Alexa picks up a 7-10 split on lane number 5. That's her second split back-to-back. Ari up now, lane number 4. Starts out with a strike. She's got 5 in a row. Whitmer picks up 8, leaving the, kind of looks like the 5-7. Alexa picks up 1 more. So a 9 count for the frame. And Ari drops all 10 again. That's 2 strikes in the 10th. 9 count for Whitmer on lane number 5, leaving a 6. Last ball for Ariana. And another strike. So 3 strikes in the 10th. And what is that, 7 or 8 in a row? And she finishes up with a 226. All right, we'll switch back to the boys for just a minute, and then we'll switch back to the girls. Jonathan with a strike there, I believe, on lane number 8. That's 2 in a row for him. Whitmer strikes on lane number 7. Andrew up, lane number 8. And a strike for Andrew. All right, back to the girls. We've got Brenna up on lane number 6. And she can't get the 10 pin to topple. Another leaner for her. Whitmer misses their spare attempt on lane number 5. Brenna now, spare attempt, lane number 6, picks it up. Brings up Alexa Miller on lane number 6. Alexa comes in a little light, picks up 6. Actually 5, I'm sorry. Leaves the 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Alexa now, spare attempt, and she gets it.
That's still a thing. That's just like, those are kids in school decide. It's actually, it's called the traveler place. And they go around different bowling alleys around this area. They go bowling. But if you bowl in that, you can't
All right, Whitmer up on lane number 6. That one goes left of the head pin. Picks up 9, uses the 3 pin.
classic high school bowling. That's not this. No, that's
Brenna up on lane number 5 now. And a strike for Brenna.
But it's just schools like in this area.
All right, Whitmer up, spare attempt on lane 6. And she picks it up. And Alexa up now on lane number 5. And she gets 9, leaves a 10 pin. All right, we're going to switch back to the boys. So Hunter's up, 9th frame on lane number 7. And a strike for Hunter. And Alexa missed her spare attempt on lane number 5. And we just lost some lights. Oliver picked up 9, leaves a 4 pin on lane number 9. There, we got the lights back. All right, 10th frame for Jonathan on lane number 8. He comes in light, picks up 6, leaves the 1, 2, 4, 8. Oliver, spare attempt on lane 9. Picks it up. So a spare for him in the 9th frame. Jonathan, spare attempt for one more in the 10th. And he picks up 3 out of 4. And Jonathan finishes with a 186. Luke picks up 9 to start the 10th. Looks like they substituted him in for Isaac at some point. Whitmer picks up their spare in the 9th. They'll get one more. Whitmer gets 9 on lane number 7. Whitmer's 3rd female bowler finished with a 106. Luke missed the spare attempt, so 132 for the number 1 spot. Whitmer picks up the spare. So he finishes with a 162. That's their first bowler. All right, Brenna started out the 10th with a strike, second ball. You should be able to see it just to the left of your screen. Picks up 9 more. Oliver picks up the spare. He'll get one more in the 10th.
Oh, so close.
Andrew picks up 8 to start the 10th, or finish off the 10th, I'm sorry. And a 190 game for Andrew Gallagher. And Brenna misses her spare, and she'll finish with 191. Whitmer's fourth bowler finished with a 112. And their fifth bowler finished with a 94. So we've got Alexa up. Hunter just started the 10th frame with a strike on lane number 8. Oliver finished off with a strike and a 178. All right, Alexa started off the 10th with a 9 count, left a 10 pin. Hunter up now. And another strike for Hunter. All right, Whitmer's third male bowler finished with a 127. And then a 121. And their last bowler with a 66. And Alexa missed her spare attempt. So 123 for Alexa. So 191, 123, 211, 253, and 226 for Napoleon. 87, 192, 106, 112, and 94 for the girls on Whitmer. All right, and Hunter finished up with a 231 with a strike on his final ball in the 10th frame. So 132, 178, 186, 190, 231 for Napoleon. Whitmer's second bowler finished with a 221. So 162, 221, 127, 121, and 66. So I've got Napoleon at 917 in the second game to 697. So it's 1842 to 1377, a difference of 465 pins. On the girls' side, the girls put up 1,004 and 591 for the Whitmer girls, a difference of 570 pins. All right, we'll be going into the Baker games. Put ourselves in Baker mode here. May have to adjust the cameras. All right, while we figure out which lanes they're going to be on, I'm going to mute the mic just for a minute. Test 1, 2. Test, test. All right, and we're back. All right, Napoleon Lady Cats start off with a strike. All right, let me adjust the camera for the girls here real quick. All right, give that a shot. Alexa left with a 7-10, picks up 1. Jevin picked up 6 for the boys on the first frame. It's Jevin Hill. Whitmer Boys also got 6 on their first ball. And Whitmer Boys pick up 3 out of the 4. Brenna picks up 9, leaves a 10 pin on lane 6. Jevin picks up 3 out of 4 on his spare attempt on lane 10. Whitmer Girls pick up 8, leave the 6-10. 9 count for the Whitmer Boys, leaving the 8 pin. Luke Leahy up for the boys on lane 10. And a strike for Luke. Brenna picks up the spare a minute ago on lane number 6. Whitmer Boys pick up their spare, lane 9. Whitmer Girls Chop picking up the 10 pin. Christian up now for the boys, lane 10. That one looked like it came in a little light, leaves the 2 pin. Kendall Horner with a 9 count, leaving the 7 pin. 7 count for the Whitmer Girls, leaving the 1-2-8. Strike for the Whitmer Boys on lane number 9. Whitmer picks up the spare on the girls' side, lane number 5. Kendall picks up her spare. 9 count for the Whitmer Boys on lane number 9 a moment ago. Christian up for his spare attempt in the 3rd frame. And he's got it. Whitmer Girls picked up 9, leaving a 10 pin over on lane number 5. Ariana Kiesling splits, leaving the 4-6-7 on lane number 6. Fox on lane 10 drops all 10 for the strike. Spare for the Whitmer Girls on lane number 5. Whitmer Boys pick up 5 on lane 9. Ari won't get any additional pin count, so 7 for the frame. Oliver with a strike down on lane number 10. So a double up for the Wildcat Boys. Macy Eicher up for the girls, lane number 6. That one's going high and it splits on her. Oh, nope, 7 pin kicked out. So she's got 8 left. I'm sorry, pickup of 8. She's got 2 left. The 3-6 is left. Whitmer chops on the girls' side, lane number 5. Jevin up for the Napoleon Boys, lane number 10. Leaves the 5 pin, a pickup of 9. All right, sorry about that. Just had to adjust the boys' camera a little bit. All right, Whitmer boys pick up 5. 7 count for the Whitmer girls down on lane number 5. Run it up now, lane number 6. That one goes a little high, but she gets the 6-pin to kick out and gets a strike. Luke Leahy combines to get 8 pins in the 7th. Whitmer picks up 2 more to combine for 7. And on the boys' side, on lane number 9, Whitmer girls pick up 2 out of 3. Christian comes in light, leaves the washout, the 1, 2, 4, and 10. Kendall picks up 9, leaves a 7-pin. Six count for the Whitmer girls on lane number 5. And Kendall misses her spare attempt, so an open in the 9th. Christian, spare attempt, missed the head pin, picks up 2. So a total of 8 for the frame. Spare for the Whitmer girls in the 9th frame. Fox Taylor up for the boys on lane number 10. Airy up for the girls on lane 6. Airy picks up 5. Fox picks up 8, leaves the 3, 6. 8 count for Whitmer girls, leaving the 2, 5 on lane 5. That to start the 10th. 9 count for Whitmer boys on lane 9, leaving a 10 pin. Airy picks up the spare. She'll have 1 more in the 10th. Nice spare there from Fox on lane 10. Whitmer girls pick up 1 out of 2. So a 9 count in the 10th. They'll finish with 126. Airy picks up, couldn't tell if it was 8 or 9, but they'll finish with 145. Oliver started out the 10th with a 8 count. Whitmer starts out the 10th with a strike. So Airy did get 9 on her final ball. So 145 to 126. Oliver now spare attempt. Picks it up. He'll get 1 more in the 10th. And 7 more for Whitmer on his second ball in the 10th. Left with 3, 6, 10. Oliver, last ball, gets 9. So 167 for the Wildcat boys in the first Baker game. Whitmer girls start out with a strike on lane number 6. And Whitmer boys pick up the spare. They'll finish with 140. So I've got 2009 to 1517 for the boys' score and 1975 to 1386 for the girls. Napoleon leading both matches. All right, looks like Abby is in. She picked up 6 on the first ball and won't get any additional. Whitmer Girls got 8 on their first ball in the second frame. Spare attempt upcoming. And she chops, so 9 count in the second. Kelsey Eicher in now in the number 2 spot. And a strike for Kelsey. Whitmer Boys to start off the second Baker match. Or Baker game, I should say. Looks like you got 2. Nice ball there from Casey Garcia. Picks up 9, leaves the 4-pin. And that's a strike from Jevin for the boys on lane 9. I believe that was Jevin. Spare attempt from the Whitmer Girls. Pick it up on lane 6. And Luke Leahy picks up 9, leaves a 7-pin on lane 9. Casey up for the spare, misses it inside. Whitmer Boys get 8 to start the second frame. The 5-9 left. Whitmer Girls pick up 4. Macy Eicher now comes in just a little bit light, drops 9, leaves the 2-pin. Whitmer Girls pick up all but 1, so a 9 count in the fourth. Luke Leahy picks up the spare. Whitmer Boys also pick up the spare on lane 10. And a strike from the Whitmer two-handed girl on lane number 6. Isaac Meyer with a strike on lane number 9. Macy Eicher picks up the spare on lane number 5. Whitmer Girls pick up 8, leave the 3-9. Jonathan Peter up now, lane number 9. Picks up 8. Looks like the 2-5. Brenna Massey leaves the 6-10, a pickup of 8. Whitmer Boys got 9 on their first ball. Spare attempt is successful. And Whitmer Girls pick up 1 out of 2, so another 9 count. And Jonathan Chops picks up 1 out of 2, so a 9 count for Napoleon. Brenna picks up first spare in lane number 5. Whitmer Boys got 7 on their first ball down on lane number 10. Oliver up now, lane number 9 for Napoleon. And a strike for Oliver. And Abby picks up 6 on her first ball, leaves the 1, 2, 8, and 9. Jevin up now, lane number 9 for Napoleon, and a strike for him. Whitmer Girls pick up 7 on her second ball. 7 total for the frame. Abby picks up 3 out of the 4 for a 9 count in the 6th. Whitmer with a strike on the boys' side on lane number 10. Luke up now for Napoleon. And that one gets off to the right into the gutter. Couldn't tell if it hit his leg or something, or it just came off his hand wrong. Okay, Kelsey Eicher now, lane number 5. She gets 9, leaves a 7-pin. Luke's second attempt, lane number 9, picks up 9. Napoleon sitting at 116 in the 7th. Whitmer's Girls missed their spare attempt on lane 6. Isaac up now, lane number 9. And he gets 9, leaving a 6 pin. Kelsey picks up her spare on lane number 5. Eight count for Whitmer Girls on lane number 6, leaving the 2-5. Whitmer Boys missed their spare attempt, so they're sitting at 69 in the 6th. Isaac now, spare attempt, picks it up. Whitmer gets a strike down on lane number 10. Casey starts out the 8th frame with 3. Whitmer's final bowler starts the 10th frame with 7, leaves the 1-3-8. Jonathan picks up 5 on his first ball in the 9th frame. And Casey will add an additional 4 for a total of 7. Jonathan picks up 3 more, it looks like, for a total of 8 in the 9th. Macy now, lane number 5. That one goes high and splits on her, leaving the 6-7. Oliver now, 10th frame. Starts out with a strike. Whitmer Boys, 9th frame. And picks up 8, leaves the 6-10. Whitmer Girls finish with a 1-12. Macy now, spare attempt. Won't get any additional. Oliver with another strike in the 10th. All right, Ariana Kiesling up for the 10th frame. Or no, I'm sorry, Brenna Massey's up for the 10th frame. And she starts out with a strike. Oliver now, last ball, 10th frame. Gets another strike, so 3 strikes in the 10th for Oliver. And 169 for the boys. Whitmer starts out the 10th with a strike after sparing the 9th. And another strike for Brenna. And Brenna gets 7 more to finish up. And a 132 for the girls. Nine count for Whitmer, leaving a 10 thin, and their second ball of the 10th frame. All right, and 135 is what Whitmer ended up with after sparing the last ball. So 169, 135, and 132, 112 were the Baker scores in the second Baker game. All right, Abby up first for the girls, and she starts out with 3, it looks like. Jevin up for the boys on lane number 9. Picks up 7, leaving the 2, 4, 5. Abby, spare attempt. Picks up another 5 for a total of 8. Second ball by Whitmer's girls on lane 5. And she gets all 10, converts to spare the hard way. And Jevin picks up 1 more for a total of 8. Kelsey picks up 5 on her first ball on lane number 6. Spare for Whitmer Boys on lane number 10. Strike for the Whitmer Girls just a moment ago on lane 5. Isaac up now, lane 9. And he gets all 10 to drop for the strike. 9 count for Whitmer Boys, leaving a 10 pin. Kelsey picks up a couple of additional for a total of 8. 9 count for Whitmer Girls on lane number 5, leaving a 5 pin. Oliver now, lane number 9. That one comes in a little light, ends up picking up 8, leaves the 2, 5. And a strike for Casey. Casey. Whitmer Girls pick up their spare in the 3rd frame. Oliver now, spare attempt, lane 9. And he picks it up. Whitmer, a little light into the pocket, missed the head pin on lane 10, picks up 6. Another strike for the Napoleon Girls, this time coming from Brenna Massey. Andrew Gallagher, lane 9 for Napoleon. And a strike for him. And Whitmer Boys pick up 3 out of 4 for a 9 count. Alexa Miller in, lane number 6 for the girls. That one goes high and splits on her, leaves a 6, 7, and 10. Hunter Ehlers picks up 8, leaves the 7, 8. Alexa now, spare attempt. Picks up 1 out of 3, so an 8 count in the 5th. And Hunter picks up 1, so a 9 count for us, the boys in the 5th. Strike for the Whitmer Girls on lane number 5 in the 5th frame. Whitmer Boys get a total of 8 pins for the frame. Strike for Fox Taylor in lane number 9. Whitmer Girls get 9, leaving a 3 pin on lane 5. Abby back up on the girls' side, lane number 6. That one comes in a little light, leaves the 1, 2, 8. Isaac with 9, leaving the 10 pin on lane number 9 for Napoleon. Nice spare there by Whitmer on lane number 10 in the 5th frame. Spare attempt now on lane number 6, and Abby picks it up. And Isaac picks up his 10 pin. Kelsey up now for the girls on lane 6. And a strike for Kelsey on the Brooklyn side for the lefty. Oliver goes high, leaves the 3-6, a pickup of 8. 7 count for the Whitmer girls on their second ball. And on lane 5. Casey up now, lane number 6. Picks up 8, leaves the 3-9. Whitmer picks up 3 pins on the boys' side on lane number 10. Oliver now spare attempt, lane 9. Got it. And Whitmer converts to spare on lane 10. Casey up now, lane number 6 for Napoleon. That looks good. She's got it. Whitmer girls with their spare attempt on lane number 5. Picks it up. Andrew gets 9 on his first ball. Leaves the 10 pin. Whitmer boys pick up 7, leaving the 1-2-8 on lane 10. Nine count for Brenna, leaving the 7 pin. 8 count for Whitmer, leaving the 5-7. Andrew picks up the spare in the 9th frame. Brenna now spare attempt, lane 6 for the ladies. And she missed. And Hunter gets 9, leaves the 10 pin. And Whitmer picks up the spare on the girls' side, lane number 5, converts the 5-7. Whitmer boys picking up 8 to start the 9th frame, leaving a 6-10. Alexa Miller coming in a little light, leaves the 2-4 and 8. Whitmer's final female bowler, that comes out of the gutter. So they'll have to reset some pins. And Whitmer missed their spare attempt in the 9th frame. Hunter, last ball, 10th frame, gets 9 more. And 171 for the final Baker game. And Whitmer starts out 10th, leaving a split, the 2-8-10. Alexa finishes up, and a 137 is their final. Oh, no, I'm sorry. She's got one more pin, or one more ball. She converted the spare there. I thought that was her last ball. All right, now Alexa's last ball on the way. Picks up 9 more. So 156 is what the girls finish with. And the Whitmer boys finish with a 121. And the Whitmer girls finish up with a 123, picking up 3 on her final ball. All right, so unofficially, I've got Napoleon Boys 2349 to 1773. They had 2009 in the individual games, 507 in the Baker totals, and they averaged 180.69 for the day. On the girls' side, I've got 2263 to 1621. They had individuals totals in the first 2 games of 1975, 433 in the Bakers, and they averaged 174.08. All right, we'll double check the score totals here. 23-49, 17-73, and 180. That matches up. All right, we'll check the girls' scores later. Want to thank everybody for joining the live stream today. We've got another match coming up. I believe it's Thursday. So we'll see on this on the YouTube. And we'll wrap this up as we always do by saying, "Go Wildcats!"
I played middle school basketball like 3 times. I played him in 7th basketball. He should have been